G'day mates, it's the Doctor here, and it is time to go over another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, and that is going to be on Blizzard Burn. So, this is another version of Legendary Ocean, like I did last time, but this deck entirely revolves around the card Blizzard Falcon, which is a card that came out in Lord of Tachyon Galaxy in 2013, and that's been its only printing to date. And once while it's face up on the field, you can inflict 1500 damage to your opponent. So, let's talk about how you can pull that off. And maybe in the future this deck can be viable in some way. So, we have Lava Golem, where you tribute off 2 of your opponent's monsters, and during each of their standby phase, inflict 1500 damage to your opponent. So, of course, we're going with a lot of effect damage here. And you can also tell, like, older cards versus newer cards, how the borders in the name box are blurred out compared to modern printings, how it's more sharper. Let me know which version you guys prefer. And now we have Glacial Beast Polar Penguin, which is one of the newer cards, and this came out in Battles of Legend Armageddon, and I love saying that name, Glacial Beast, but yeah, there's only 3 cards, including the Synchro Monster, but what this card does is when it's special summon, target a monster your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So that's like resetting Lava Golem in a way. Also, when this card is destroyed, you can target a card your opponent controls, return it to the hand also. So, again, resetting Lava Golem, tributing off 2 more of your opponent's monsters. And then we have Glacial Beast Blizzard Wolf, and with this card, when a monster declares an attack, you can negate the attack and special summon a level 4 lower water monster from the hand, such as Glacial Beast Polar Penguin, and then, you get the combo. Also, at the start of damage step, at the start of your opponent's battle phase, if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card in attack position from the graveyard. So, again, you can also negate the attack with that, and yeah, I think these 2 are really good cards, and maybe you can include them in Legendary Ocean or some variant of a water-based strategy. Now we have the Warrior of Atlantis, which is like terraforming, how you can discard this card and add Legendary Ocean from the deck to your hand. And now we have Deep Diver, and with these next couple of cards, this is where we need erratas, because it specifically says when it's destroyed in battle instead of a graveyard, choose a monster from your deck and place it on top. These days, your opponent has cards like, Dark Hole, Regeki, and Lightning Storm. That was the card I was trying to think of. That was in the Ignition Assault, so, they'll either have one of those 3 cards, or some other way of popping your cards before they go to their battle phase, such as Mother Grizzly. And with this card, you special summon a water monster from your deck if it's destroyed in battle. But, it's a way of searching Blizzard Falcon, as it has 1500 attack, along with Glacial Beast Polar Penguin, and again, you get to bounce a monster to your opponent's hand. And same with Hammer Shark, except it special summons from the hand, and yep, Blizzard Falcon, Polar Penguin, and all those other good cards. Now we have the field spell, Legendary Ocean, so while this is on the field, I realized I wasn't actually that specific, but to activate Blizzard Falcon's effect, you gotta have its attack points higher than its original. So that's why you gotta have Legendary Ocean in order to activate Blizzard Falcon. So as long as you keep the field spell on the field, you can just, summon one and then 1500, summon another 1500, or, revive it from the graveyard and inflict 1500 again. So 1500, 3000, 4500, 6000. Now we have Foolish Burial as a way of, send a monster from your deck to your graveyard, like Blizzard Falcon, then you bring it back with Monster Reborn, or you can go with Glacial Beast, Blizzard Wolf, and it can special summon itself from the graveyard, and also negate an attack. Now we have Chain Energy, and I am so glad I've put these deck profiles off for so long, because it was only recently I got a second copy of Chain Energy, and this card is so disgusting. How each player must pay 500 life points to normal summon, special summon, set, or activate cards from their hand. So, if you want to play this card, make sure you do your entire turn first, and then right before you end your turn, you play this card, so you don't have to pay 500 life points. Now we have Pot of Duality, so I know I've talked about special summoning a lot in this deck, but there really isn't a whole lot of it. So, you can reveal top 3 and add one of the cards to your hand, and I think it's a worthy cost. And again, Look at the borders, how much they've changed the printing of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's fascinating too, and how, actually, I think if we go back to Legendary Ocean, yeah, you can see how the borders are thicker there, or the framing, and it's much thinner there. Now we have a Contract with Don 1000, which is a card that came out in Duelist Saga, I believe in 2016, and this had a unique rarity to it. I forget what it was called, but you see the lines right there as a special ultra rare rarity. But with this card, both players lose 1,000 life points, but they get to draw a card, and all cards they draw must be revealed. So, that is risky how you're giving your opponent a draw themselves, but, well, it's another way of reducing their life points, and it doesn't necessarily inflict damage, so there are some specific cards where you can negate effect damage, but I don't think in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! There are cards that are like that. So, but, you know, it's a way of bypassing cards like that, as it just says both players lose life points. It's not inflicting damage, so it's interesting. And we have Book of Eclipse, which is a way of resetting Blizzard Falcon, because Blizzard Falcon can only use its effect once while it's face up. So, Book of Eclipse flips all bosses face down, and then on your next turn, flip them up again, and Blizzard Falcon resets. This card was reprinted in the Spiritual Art cards. I forget what it was. Familiar Possessed. That's it. That's what those cards were. And yeah, for a while, the only way to get this card was in the Duelist Genesis, the first pack of the 5Ds era. And now we have some other effect damage cards. I don't know if these are the best options, but yeah, I don't think Ring of Destruction is that bad, is it? Like, during your opponent's turn, target a monster they control, and as long as it has less attack than their life points, because you can't use this card to defeat them anymore, that's part of the errata, but you still get to inflict damage equal to its original attack, and, you know, it's still to both players, so... Yep, and now we have Powerful Rebirth. This is such a hilarious card for the deck, because you target a level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard, like Blizzard Falcon, reduce its level by 1, and then special summon it, increasing its attack by 100, and that's just enough to activate its effect to inflict 1,500 damage to your opponent. So I'm sure there are other ways of using this deck, including a card like Mystic Mind, because you don't rely on swarming the field, but, you know, it's a way of slowing down your opponent drastically, and it's a bit risky because, you know, it's a field spell and you want to have Legendary Ocean on the field. So, I don't know. It is a funny, really goofy deck, but I did defeat one of my friends, Sam, who you would have seen in some of my videos, and we are going to do a opening on Duelist Illusion, I think? That's the one with the Subterra Umastrix set. Or the card Subterra Umastrix. And as for the extra deck, I think we'll just go with a copy of Nightmare Shark, where, thanks to Legendary Ocean, it reduces all your monsters' levels by 1, and, you know, you could go for a rank, please focus. Is that focusing? Yeah. Let's just take it out of the sleeve, because this is actually a manga promo. So... Yep, and you can see right there, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zale Volume 4. And in case some people get confused, Zale is the Japanese pronunciation, and Zexal, I guess, is English, but, yeah, that's my deck profile on Blizzard Falcon, and I don't think I actually said it, that with Nightmare Shark, you can detach the Exceeds material and inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent by, you know, an attack, so, yeah, It takes a few turns to defeat your opponent, but I did do it against my friend Sam, as I was saying. So, let me know what you think of Blizzard Falcon. Do you think there's a way of improving this deck, or do you think there should be Blizzard Falcon support? Because these days, any card can become its own archetype, and something like Blizzard Falcon would be hilarious. So, let me know what you think, and if you like this, then subscribe for more deck profiles, and check out other ones I've done in the past, even though they may be outdated. And until next time, take care, mates.